You won't have enough customers to get through the season if you click off this video, because I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why most solar panel cleaners, new and established, tend to find themselves with not enough customers and not enough work for the season. And in this case, we're talking winter time. So sit back, give me a few minutes, and I believe I can give you at least one good tip to help to get the phone ringing. So before we get too far into the video, I do want to mention that I have my Solar Panel Cleaning Academy, where I go over a lot of the things that we talk about in this video in depth. A lot of the marketing, we go really into depth on the equipment, as well as safety and water purification, and how to get commercial jobs and residential jobs. So if you guys are interested in something like that, check out the top link in the description, and let's get back to the video. This video is to help shift your mentality about lead acquisition. This is helpful during economic crises, economic downturns, and seasons changing. But that can be shifted because usually it's just in your head and it's a mentality. So finding the right customer is usually best by letting them find you. And how do you do that? Well, set up a Google My Business listing. If you know what neighborhood or city that your ideal customer lives in, then you can run paid ads and you could target them there. Getting familiar with who your ideal customer is and where they live and how they make buying decisions is one of the highly effective strategies to increasing your lead flow. Now, if you don't have a Google My Business set up, I highly suggest you get that going. Work on the ranking. See, Tom and Susanna, they need solar panel cleaning, but they have no idea where to start. So what do? They open up Google and ask for a solar cleaner near me. And then they find you that way. But if you didn't have a Google listing ranking in that area, then that's probably one reason why you're not getting customers. The second reason you don't have any customers is you're probably relying on only 1 or 2 lead sources, like word of mouth or returning customers or your aunt that knows a realtor. Just wait for someone to tag me on Facebook. That's where I get my work from. I got a good reputation here in town. Now, that is a good strategy when you're first starting out, and that's something I've been guilty of in the past, because some of the older guys that I came up with, this was how they got side jobs, and I would ask them for advice. They tell me, just tell everyone that you know that you're looking for work. Now, that does work if you're only trying to do like 1 or 2 jobs a month on the side. Those are the guys who you would hear saying it's either feast or famine, never steady. But today, I know that there are ways to stay steady and consistently booked with high demand in leads, and high demands, you know what that means, higher pricing. So you need to diversify your marketing. The more seed you plant, the bigger the harvest. So pass out flyers, knock on doors, run Facebook ads, sponsor school events, yard signs, the whole 9. Because what happens is, if you rely on those 1 or 2 sources, eventually the aunt's realtor friend might not be a realtor, or maybe she's going to retire, and maybe the people on Facebook stop using Facebook, so now your leads are going to dry up. The more ways that you put yourself out there, the more opportunities you're going to have. You're going to get the call versus the other guy who just lets luck fill in his schedule. So if you're relying on only 1 or 2 methods of marketing your business, then that's why you don't have no customers. The third reason is because you're too busy researching on how to get more customers instead of developing an action plan. Usually the biggest roadblock for all of us home service providers is ourselves. And we think we need to spend a certain number of dollars on ads, or to reach a magic number of impressions to convert, or we want to pass out flyers, but we want to make the design perfect before we order, or how many flyers do I need to book a week's worth of work, and how many jobs am I going to get out of X amount of flyers? All of these questions are just in the way. I want to give you a little motivational push today. There is no perfect flyer or perfect design. You just need to take action, and you need to take massive action, whatever it is. If it's passing out only 100 flyers, think 10x, maybe do 1,000 flyers. There's no perfect formula for it, really. It just comes down to making a plan of action and sticking to it. Being consistent is the key. So if it is 100 flyers that fits into your budget, then make sure that you do it once a month, or once a week, or once a day. Consistency over everything. Make a plan, stick to it, make it a habit. Pass out flyers for the first week, run ads the second week, put out yard signs the third week. Just be consistent. When you do, the word of mouth customer base and those 1 or 2 methods that you rely on, those won't dry up. It's going to continue to grow, right? So now you have more than just 1 or 2. You have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different methods that you're using to grow your lead flow. All the tried and true methods, they'll just compound. And before you know it, the phone won't stop ringing and you're raising your prices. You're setting up a second truck. So get out of your own way, set up an action plan, don't make excuses, and just be consistent. So I just wanted to give you guys a motivational push today, and hopefully maybe help give you at least one idea, or just maybe a way to think about it differently, because as you know, word of mouth is a great way to acquire new customers, and past customers is great, returning customers is great to build a business on. But really, if you just get too comfortable using those 1 or 2 methods, then it could eventually dry up. So be consistent, make a plan of action, and just do all of the methods of marketing, because really It's all numbers, and it all works in the end. So I hope this helps you guys out. Remember, anything's possible, and I'll see you guys in the next video.